full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Set, 180. You ain't going nowhere.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And right away, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He sets the fire deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, 60 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut. I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, Mariota. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mariota now. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Pass incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Steps away. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. A A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield, and he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mayfield on play action. Pretty move. It's caught. Beckham. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield with it once more. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Back near his goal line, Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On third down, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Brett Kern now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable here for Callaway. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 133. Hey! What we got? What we got? What we got?
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He gets it left side to Johnson. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mariota escaping the pressure right. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mariota to throw it. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect it and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just 1 big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're 1 big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One. To the exit. Check back.
And the blitz does come. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Mariota hands to Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one a first down pickup of 8.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Check nickel. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's cracking. He's checking crack.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The quick slant caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 65 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Mariota going deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go. King.
Mayfield now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
King.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's get off the field. Let's go.
Throwing, Mariota. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
what you want, what you need, tell me what you wanna give